Good evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the Sideman XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So this is much overdue. This is going to only focus on XRP, and then I'll touch base on XLM at the end. Kind of like a traditional video I would normally do, besides when we have a whole bunch of shit and chaos going on. But, so, a lot of people are wondering what the fuck's going on with XRP. Why didn't it make that same bounce as XLM? I suspect it had something to do with the news last night and how the SEC's pushing, because this had every intention of doing exactly what XLM did. In fact, it would have made the perfect head and shoulders, you know, just like XLM. It would have done exactly the same thing. But instead of doing that, it consolidated overnight and did this and then just kept doing this, you know. We've done nothing. And then when we were supposed to go up, you know, this is normal. That was normal. We started it, and then that news came out, and it was just dead. You know, it even tried a little bit, but it never did anything. It just died. So, and then on top of that, they're saying 10 billion XRP coins are missing, and what kind of fraud and manipulation is going on. It's a whole fucking nightmare, guys. So, it went its own way. It really did. But it's not as bad as it looked. In the 4 hour, it was way down here at $1.20. Good luck trying to get that price, because as you've seen, Binance fucking froze up, and on my trading view, it never even showed 120. Because everything I showed you guys, my shit crashed. I couldn't even look at the prices on trading view. I showed you when I came on, if you watched the start of that 2 videos ago, I believe it was. I couldn't even get on. It was all fucked up. I don't know what the hell was going on. Just like I told you, my drawing thing you seen all day earlier, right before this crash, I couldn't even get my pen to work properly. It wasn't even my pen's fault. I couldn't even say this piece of shit pen, where it shows my pen thing right there on the top right. It kept going into the middle, and you guys seen it on my screen. It was starting to annoy the shit out of me. But that's what I'm saying. So it had every intention of doing exactly what XLM did. No difference. It was going to do exactly what it did. And then this morning I drew this part to say if we did that, you could have that would be the head. But we drew the body up. We had already drawn the body. You can see the shoulder. We came around and said, or this is the head and the shoulder. But I'm not convinced. I still think this can create that. But what it's done for XRP, though, is it never got that initial bounce to form the head. So if it does do this, now what? Is it even going to be able to go anywhere? Or is it just going to come back up while the rest of them go to their true level? Because XRP, once again, fucked their holders by putting all this bullshit out and suppressing shit. And having these rumors of the coins missing and all this other fucking horse shit. It's not just XRP that fucked their holders, because it's not XRP as a whole, but let's just say our government fucks their citizens once again. Because this should have been nothing short of a nice move. And then as Brandon shared, Bitcoin's price, they're having a manipulated target so that they can get everybody out on the short side. Everybody on the leverage side, I mean. And he's absolutely right. Look at my last video. I pinned his comment. It's absolutely spot on. So Brandon, seriously, you're one of the few people that comments every single time we have an impending move, and right or wrong, you give me a beautiful reason, and 9 times out of 10, you're usually right or pretty damn close to a good target. So, like, I hope you continue to watch my channel for a long time to come, because you're an OG, and I would hate to miss out on your information. I've come to actually look through my comments when something's breaking to see what your opinion is. But, guys, here's what I want to show you. Be very careful. Because if we're going from a longer pattern, what did I tell you I thought this was? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I said, what if it came, you know, not right shoulder, but the right shoulder would have to be farther out, but you get it. I kept saying, what if taking this from a longer pattern, this is nothing more than a left shoulder. We can even do it like that, right? We've done it, but we were going through this to make it, you know. But when we would pull it out, we'd say, what if this is a left shoulder? What if this is something bigger for the eventual collapse all the way down? Maybe this is playing into that. That's why I came on so quick and said, buy this dip. Even if it goes down, buy more. Just buy this dip. Usually I don't come on right away like that on while it's happening, because you should know the buy zones. But I'm telling you guys, I think I'm onto something with saying that that's just one big left shoulder. And we're going to make the head, and it's something much bigger than we expected it to be. I really, that's why I wanted to do an XRP only video with a little bit of XLM, because it fits in. You know, I am the side bet on XLM. So when I make videos, you'll always see XRP in it. You'll always see XLM in it. You'll see DGB when it's relevant. I told you to buy DGB at 11.5. It's not relevant no more because it's up to 13. But XRP's in this vital stage where, if I'm right, from this level, you know, that's a huge fucking gain from 130. You know, and you're talking anywhere between $2 and $1.85 is on the table. Just let it play out. And it has to, you know, if it's what I'm saying, if that's what it is. If not, we can look at it objectively. If I'm wrong, what does that look like is going to happen? Well, now it had to create inversion. It could possibly come back down and double, you know, and a much larger pattern, create a W. Absolutely, it could do that. But in creating the W, guys, what's going to happen? It's going to create my head and shoulder beautifully. And then it's going to have to create an M to come back down to ultimately form the W to go back up. If you don't believe me, you know, no matter how you slice it, what I'm saying is true. I know I'm right. You don't have to draw the head and shoulders. But this is going to be one huge inversion on the left side, and then it's going to be followed by one huge head and shoulders on the right side. I already know I'm right. It's just now we can cover XRP a little bit more now that we played out. Because I was tired of giving all XRP updates. And then everybody's like, you're days ahead. So I've sprinkled in some of the other stuff because I am days ahead. But now you're seeing what I'm saying. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be one of my greatest calls of all time. And it spans back, 3 weeks? I went back. Go find the tapes. Right here I said that's the start of the fall of a pattern. It started on a W. And I kept pointing this out. But then we said, if it's a W there, we got to go even farther back. We said, where was the last real inversion on this pattern when it was coming up? And to me, the last real inversion, and I keep saying it and I sound stupid, I understand that. But when we come back and test these levels, we're going to see who's stupid. We got real inversion right here. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful inversion. You know, just saying. We have a W in the pattern. So, is that something to look at? I don't think so. You know, I don't think we would go back down to 40 cents. But it's like I keep saying, nothing's off the table because I see that there. But, if you want to be real, we see a nice M right there that tells us this part of the pattern could be good. So, then we go up. And if what I'm saying is true, that was the start and the end of this pattern already. It doesn't matter how long it takes. By the end of this pattern coming down, it has to come down to where it started. So I tell you all the time, if a pattern's going on the up, it's going to have to come down and reinvert itself, usually at double bottoms. So it looks like a tooth in a lot of ways. But it has to reinvert itself. So if this is right, what I'm saying about XRP, and this is where we started this pattern, guys, it's going to have to come back down and test these levels again. And I'm not ashamed to say it. And even when it gets to $2, I'm going to say the same shit. Or $1.85 because it's true. People are going to lose 50 to 60% of their portfolio. I've told you from the start. All I'm doing every day while this is building is trying to build your level so you can make a run. Or you can have so much XRP when it comes down to this level. That's as many, that's that many less you have to buy. But at the end of the day, I've told you, at the end of this up, it's a huge down. It's not over yet. These are position plays and nothing more, nothing less. Because at the end of the day, does it have to go up that high? No. It doesn't. ADA already did it. And ADA is following what I'm saying. Now, will we get a pullback in the next 1 hour and 5 minutes to where this will end up, that candle will end up getting eaten all the way up to here, so then we can go up, and it just does end up being a left shoulder. We have a lot to see in this next hour and 5 minutes, because you guys don't understand, because you don't understand the charts. If this pulls back to like $1.70, 169 range roughly, it's at right now. So if it could just pull back to the 172 range in the next hour and 5 minutes, this looks a hell of a lot different than that. Right? It makes it look a lot different when it's like that. Or if it pulls back to like there and then it comes up, now you just have a left shoulder and we got faked out. And then my pattern's still intact. Even farther up like we were talking, and it goes to the next level. I had two scenarios. This was either the head or this was another point and we circled it and this was the fake shoulder and this would actually be the real shoulder. And in the next hour and 5 minutes, we're going to find out. If ADA closes over $1.72 in this next hour and 5 minutes, that's nothing more than we got faked out. It sucked it all up in the 4-hour candle. That's why you have to be very careful when you trade. When you're looking at long withstanding patterns, you get out of the 1 minute and you go into the 4-hour. So that's why I'm saying I am not convinced that that was nothing more than a fake out. That's why I said it was very suspicious and it was a very tricky fake out. But I think we're on top of it once again. So back to XRP. So think of it the same way as XRP. What we talked about earlier, we're talking about it got suppressed. We didn't make the run like XLM. So this ends up being a fake inversion. But it's not done yet, but I didn't think it was going to go that far. I thought if it pulled up, it would do something like that. Somewhere 144, 140, somewhere in there. It went way down here, so everybody's like, oh, it's fucked. But in the 4-hour candle, it still had, like I told you, 3 hours and 5 minutes to bring it up. Now 2 hours and 2 minutes later, we're almost in that range where, in fact, it looks like a fake out, and that could still be the start of a shoulder. And not a shoulder, but it looks like a shoulder, but in the greater grand scheme of things, that'll turn out to be the start of this massive head formation. Because then you would go up, you'd start to create a neckline, come down, and then go way up. I'm not saying like that, but I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, if this part of my pattern is only one big left shoulder, and this part is one big head, and then this part would be one big right shoulder, and this part would be the reversal. Somewhere in here. If I'm right. We have a long ways to go, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. But I do next level technical analysis. And within that next level technical analysis, I discover things nobody else sees because I go so far back. You would have to watch things for so long to get this kind of data entry and stasis points and have enough basis, for this to resonate with the charts. And another thing I would say, if you take it out farther, guys, what do I always tell you? An M's very bullish. That's a massive hanging M forming on XRP. That will quickly turn here. That will quickly go from an M. I mean, we can make it even more defined. An M, right? To a hanging W. So right now it will be a hanging M. And it had to bring that right part down. And I even covered this earlier. And then the right side, it's going to come up. And then it's going to form a huge hanging W, which is going to crash. And that's why I keep saying, when it gets up there, that's going to create that next side of the formation. And that's going to ultimately be the top of the head. I hope you guys watch this video through. This is next level technical analysis. You can't get anywhere, period. Especially in the crypto world. I don't know of anybody who covers shit this deep. Who are even have the balls, to put out a chart. I know a guy in the commodities market, Vincenzo's Crypto Gold. Let's see, what the fuck is he? Oh yeah, Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. He at least has the commodities market. He's been watching it, for years. So he can give you the same kind of data through commodities. That's why you don't need to watch anybody else. Just watch him. He's got Commodities Mondays. He's doing a few episodes. He's almost home from work. So he's very excited about broadcasting that and getting his channel kicked off on Commodities Mondays. So give it a tune. I'll put a link in the description or in the comments to his channel. And then, pay very, very close attention to my next update, the updates to come. And, pay attention to this video. I'm giving you invaluable information and you can't say I didn't tell you down the road. Yeah, I'm days ahead. But I also show you the intraday trading. So again, guys, I'm T-Speaker222 XRP Future Millionaire with a side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. I'm putting in tireless hours, tireless dedication, and for very little fucking donations. I understand, you know, we're at a weird time, but I'm giving you information, and I feel like you need to pay it forward. You guys have been asking a lot out of me, and I've got very little donations the last few days. So take into consideration that I don't have to be doing this, and I'm not begging, but I'm paying it forward to you guys by putting 11 to 13 updates out the last couple days. So I'll pay it forward to me is all I'm asking. And paying it forward could simply be a like and a share, guys. It doesn't necessarily mean, giving a real donation. So stay tuned. We got a lot to discuss. Got a lot to cover. And remember, guys, if you're part of my class, tomorrow, 8 p.m. is the third class, Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be part of the class, shoot me an email at strutrugali@gmail.com. That's strutrugali@gmail.com. We've got 48 students. It's $50 a month. There's 4 classes a month. It's not $50 a class. It's $6.25 per class. Tuesday and Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 times a month. And then if you want to stay, you renew, and we continue from there. If not, you drop off, and you lose invaluable information that will cost you far more than $6.25 per class. Classes similar are going to run you $500 to $1,000 per, session or per 4-week course. But it's going to cost you roughly $50 to $100 per class. I know, I tried, and I didn't have the money to do it. That's why I'm doing this. So, again, guys, we got to do this together, and don't get too far ahead of yourselves. And remember, the long position is the only position that wins time and time again. Okay, guys, because make no mistake about it, the manipulation's strong, and the only thing we have is the knowledge and the charts at any given moment. So stay blessed, guys.